Let's analyze together Microstrategy Incorporated.
Let's see what's going on. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. Wow, this stock almost reaching that $200 again. Let's take a look. First of all, at the monthly time frame, see with more detail this chart right there. Very, very interesting. If we don't use the logarithmic scale, look at that. You can see like the stock was trading at the lower side for a long period of time. We're talking of a period of almost 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. And from there, it started to go higher. With that correction, very, very interesting. We're talking about movement of more than 90% to the downside. And from there, another upside of more than 1,000%. Let's go back to the logarithmic scale. Wow, to see with more detail. How do you see this stock? Did you know about it, guys? Let us know in the comments below, and let's get started.
I mean, just in 1999, it was huge, you know, like the stock. Obviously, we had the dot-com bubble, and at that time, it went up like almost 4,000%, and then it went down like, wow, completely devastated, minus 99.88%. Wow, it's like incredible volatility. We are experiencing the same thing, maybe not that dramatic, because obviously the last low we visited, it was like $15, not 0.42. But obviously, I think we had to study the fundamentals in order to assess what's happening within the company. So let's analyze the net income, one of our favorite indicators. So what can you tell us about the last quarters, Enrique?
Yeah, let's go with that. Very interesting information as usual we have right here. You can clearly see like this the reported and the estimate are vary, you know. Normally you tend to see them closer, but in this case you can see like in the third quarter of 2023 the reported was minus $1 and the estimate was around 0. Then in the fourth quarter more or less the same, but the reported was positive. Then in the first quarter again even more negative, and in the second the same. So maybe this is why this forecast right here with 8 analysts is kind of mixed opinions. The average is around 4% positive, but more or less very similar to the current level. So how do you see this, guys? How do you see this forecast right here and this price forecast also? Do you agree with that? Do you have a different opinion? And we're going to talk about the news that are related with this stock, related with Bitcoin, and you know also that Bitcoin has been going higher during these last days, and I think that's very interesting to talk about also.
Wow, completely unpredictable. The surprise factor in all last quarters, it has been insane. You can clearly see that. Obviously, the revenue is the only thing that has been, you know, like constant in that sense. You know, we constantly have a revenue of 120 million per quarter, but obviously we have to study the estimate, and the estimate right here for the upcoming earnings is kind of, you know, negative, which is surprising because in 2023 we were in positive territory, and we are now expecting 2 negative years. And wow, what's this? You know, 2026 minus 64.
Yeah,
that kind of a mistake or something, or is predicting like a huge crash on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, very strange data right there. So going back to the technical chart that we have right here and the monthly time frame, let's go to the daily to see with more detail what has been going on during these last days. And it's very interesting to see this pattern right here being broken out to the upper part. So the question is, do you think this will continue? Will this maybe make a retest and continue going higher, or from this point, or do you think that the price will visit again that lower areas, getting closer to $100? Because we're talking about a movement of more than 100%. Let's see the percentage right here. In 60 days more or less, so in 2 months of trading, you know. So very interesting movement. And why has this happened? We don't know it exactly, of course, but we want to share with you the information. You have the key facts today right here in TradingView platform. This offers some insightful information, and you can see MicroStrategy's stock rose 50% last month at 200% this year, driven by its 250,000 Bitcoin holdings worth $16 billion.
Wow.
So maybe this has something to do. If you know about it, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, but probably what's happening right now is like they have a huge exposure on Bitcoin. So obviously, if Bitcoin goes up, the stock skyrockets. If Bitcoin goes down, it's gonna be like a very difficult situation for the company. Right now, Bitcoin is trading at $66,000, which is a lot, and probably, you know, that's the reason the stock is going up as well. But the thing here is like, which I'm surprised, you know, is like, look at the reported earnings back in February 2024. We had like a standardized earnings of 0.49, and then in the next quarters minus 0.30. then minus 0.57, and the last one we have an estimate of minus 0.12. What I'm trying to say, guys, is like at that time, you know, it's like it was completely justified to go up. But here we are talking about negative estimates, negative reported earnings, and the stock is going up as well.
Yeah, the thing is like I'm searching for information right here on Google, and you can see like they started buying Bitcoin in August 2020. From the information that I have right here, if I'm mistaken, please let us know in the comments below. The company bought more than 21,000 Bitcoin for approximately $250 million. We are talking about an average price of around $11,000 per Bitcoin. So if you take a look at the price right now, we're talking about more than $60,000 per Bitcoin. So
Wow.
obviously that should be taken into account in this chart. And do you think this is the reason for this going up or not? Let us know in the comments below. How do you see Bitcoin, of course? Let's see the Bitcoin chart, because I think this has to be correlated in a way.
Yeah, let's activate the BTC. For instance, yeah, we have BTC market cap. Let's analyze together exactly how it has been moving over time. So let me see if I can actually activate this chart properly. Let's go to the percentage.
Yeah, apparently
wow,
on September 2024, so we are talking about right now, they are holding more than 250 250,000 bitcoins.
look at that, Enrique. I mean,
This information is clear. Yeah,
I just loaded a Bitcoin chart on the screen, along with the MicroStrategy incorporated, and the chart is completely no, not exactly,
yeah,
but
yeah,
almost
yeah.
the same thing.
But you can see the correlation, of course. You can see
wow, it's
similarities.
huge. It's huge. It's a huge correlation.
So, yeah, so it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem here is like a company, you know, that is being traded in the stock market, and the net income, the financials, everything that is in terms of fundamentals. If they hold Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes up like, I don't know, 1,000%, that is reflected in the earnings as well, because it's like the assets that the company has are, you know, overvaluated. They all go, if they have Bitcoin goes up, the stock goes up because of that, because they reported in the earnings and that net income, that positive net income created by Bitcoin. So that's the correlation that we are watching right now on the screen.
Yeah, you can see if you research for this company, they do some business intelligence software, AI powered analytics, and some services and support. But of course, something to take into account, and I think that attracted investors, is this Bitcoin investment strategy. Because since August 2020, they have been acquiring Bitcoin as part of its treasury management strategy. And as of March 2024, as we mentioned, more than 200,000 Bitcoins and 250, even if I'm mistaken, 1,000 bitcoins in September of this year. So that's something very interesting. And according to this data, they are the largest publicly traded Bitcoin holder. And I think it's something interesting. You know, we didn't know about this information. This is just the first time that we see it. If you know about it, let us know in the comments. And if you didn't, also, how do you see this situation? How do you think this could affect the market? Because this is obviously something that hasn't been going on in the markets in the past decades, because we didn't have the cryptocurrencies right there, and neither Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's like one you know, one of our fans or maybe your viewers, they are thinking, okay, if it's correlated with Bitcoin, why should I buy MicroStrategy instead of Bitcoin? Okay, you are watching right that exactly on the screen, because a stock that has like a market cap that is less than Bitcoin, in this case we have a market cap of almost 37 billion, you can experience more volatility on both sides. You know, if we have a crash on Bitcoin, MicroStrategy is gonna plummet double, probably double or more than double than Bitcoin. But on the contrary, if it goes up like crazy, if the Bitcoin experiences like a huge upturn, it starts to skyrocketing, you can guess, you know, well, look at what's happening with MicroStrategy. We have like a double performance than Bitcoin.
Yeah, more than double. You can see right here, since since September 2023, the upper part of Bitcoin has been more than 160%, and for MicroStrategy Incorporated, more than 430%. So you can see the difference right there. This is kind of a Bitcoin, leveraged Bitcoin, we could say. Obviously, the risk involved is higher, as Alvaro mentioned also. So take into account that, and if you invest in this stock, let us know in the comments below how do you see this for the future. And if you don't, also we are very interested in knowing your opinion. As usual, TradingHT, we like to share our own opinion and to learn with you all together. This stock, in my opinion, is very interesting. This can be something new in the markets that we didn't know about. So if you had fun watching this video and you learned something new, and if you learned something new, let us know in the comments below.
Thank you very much for watching this video and see you in the next one. Subscribe!
Let's go, TradingHT. Thank you very much.